You weren't expecting me today, were you? It's Nick Shell, and I talk about hair loss, as you know. On my YouTube channel, you've figured out by now, at least half of my content comes from viewers' comments. I like to respond. I'm simply a host, is what I am. I'm carrying on this conversation. We're here in this support group about hair loss. So I think it's only fair if over 700 people are going to subscribe to my channel. Remember, I started out with about 113 in January. Here at the end of the year, I'm amazed. Apparently, I'm relevant and I'm helping people. So I think it's important that when someone leaves a comment, I either comment back or I do a video, even better if I can. And I looked at my comments today, and we got a new one. So let's read what it says. And now this is in response to a video I did, I think a little over a month ago. I said, my hair is thinner than you think. So have you seen that video? If not, you can put in the search. My hair is thinner than you think is what that was. So this commenter, I don't know if they subscribe or not. I don't recognize the name, but here's what the comment says. Quote, dude, this is BS. I censor that. Compared to guys who are really balding, you have a full head of hair. People dream of having as much hair as you, so while I respect what you're trying to do with these videos, the fact is you're not in a position to be making them in the first place because you have no idea, that's all caps, no idea what it is to be bald, end quote. All right, so I mean, you, my subscribers, are all watching this and processing that just like I am, trying to think, okay, well, let's check out the validity in that comment. Is there truth in that comment that this person says? Because see, here's the thing. That's a pretty bold comment. Now, you know me. You know I'm not an emotional person. I believe emotions. I'm just not into emotions because I don't let other people affect me emotionally. But at the same time, I believe in. I love a good debate. I have that other thing I'm doing called Debate a Vegan, and I love a good debate. But you're not going to see me get emotional. You're not going to see me get, offended or anything like that. I think it's now that you've had a moment to kind of process this like me. Let's kind of go through this. Let's see if there's truth in this. I think the ultimate thing we need to address in this comment to find out if it's valid or not is where it says, quote, the fact, that's an F word, that's a 4-letter F word, fact, not opinion, the fact. The fact is you're not in a position to be making them in the first place talking about these videos. Is that a fact? That's my question. Is it a fact that I'm not in this position? I learned years ago that when you are in some kind of confrontation with someone, if you there's certain words that you want to stay away from because it's too easy to rebuttal. For example, if you say always or never, then it makes it too easy for that other person to rebuttal. And we've got this very strong word like that when I see the fact is. So already it should be pretty easy to determine if this is a fact or an opinion. So it says the fact is you're not in a position to be making these videos. Well, I'm gonna rebuttal that with facts, is what I'm gonna do. Not opinion, but facts is what I'm rebuttaling this with. As I've stated in the beginning of this video, I have a snowball that is growing of people subscribing and watching my videos. So if I'm not in a position to be doing this, I'm having trouble understanding why people are subscribing if I'm not in a position to be talking about this. It seems that if it were a fact that I'm not in this position, then people wouldn't care. They'd ignore my videos and not watch them. And they definitely wouldn't subscribe. So I'm confused how it could be a fact if people continue to watch these videos. I think what would make it a fact that I'm not in the position is if no one watched them. That would prove that I'm in no position. And also it leads into me being a phony, because am I leading blind sheep? Is that what I'm doing? Is that why these people are watching this video? If I'm in no position, then what does that say about my subscribers? And that kind of leads into the second part of this that I feel like I have to address. It says it says, because you have no idea. That's all caps. That's emotional right there. That's fear and anxiety that I sense. You have no idea what it is to be bald. And I've addressed that in my videos. I've addressed that, I feel, based on comments, half the people who watch my videos have more hair than me. The other half have less hair than me. Half of my audience is older than me, half is younger. I have to assume those things. And I've stated that I'm kind of in the middle. That's why I'm a good host, because I can see both sides of it. But again, with such a strong statement, it makes it easy for me to debunk it with facts. So I have no idea what it is to be bald. Well, let's address that with facts and not opinion. I rebuttal that by saying I do have an idea what it is to be bald. Now, you can clearly see I have most of my hair at age 35 and a half. You can also clearly see that I've got a receding hairline, I've got thinning going on. So I'm balding, but I'm not bald. And I understand the statement that people who have a lot less hair than me would dream to have as much hair as I totally understand that. But to say as a no idea, it's just strong. That's all caps. No idea what it's like to be bald. I'm going to rebuttal that because personal story that I've never, I guess, really touched on much. But my dad, he's now 60 years old, and I don't think he has any hair left on top. And he lost his hair at a quicker rate than me. At age 35, he had less hair than I do now. And as a kid, I would kind of see what was going on there. I saw that he was sensitive about it. I saw that it bothered him if other adults commented that he was losing his hair. It bothered him. And he wouldn't say anything about it to them if they said it. He'd just kind of laugh it off. But it bothered him. And, that's my dad. That's my dad. I love my dad. I love my parents. And I didn't want to see him hurt. So I hurt for him as a kid and as a teenager. And even in my early 20s, I'd see it happen. He'd laugh it off, but it bothered him. And so in the process of going through that, what happened to me is I started telling myself, okay, you're going to follow in his footsteps. You're going to go bald at the same rate he did. Now, I've got maybe a couple years of advantage over him in that. Maybe I'll make it till 65 before I have no hair on top. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I prepared myself mentally based on that experience. So while I have no idea what it's like to be completely bald, that's a fact. What is also a fact is I do have an idea what it's like to be bald because I've seen my dad go through it. And that helped prepare me. So when it started happening, I didn't freak out and I started accepting it. So I feel, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel that when I see this comment that I've reacted in a non-emotional way, in a non-personal way. I'm not putting one down, but if we're looking at an honest debate, if you're debating me on this, then I feel that I've won this debate. I feel that I've proven that I am in a position to have this channel and talk about this because people are watching it. People are confirming that I'm helping them. And I also feel that I've rebutted the fact that I've got no idea very clearly. I've seen my dad go through it. And think about this. I mean, I've got almost 800 subscribers, I think. What's funny is I've made a little over 800 videos. Most of those 800 videos are about hair. So I feel like I have to have some idea about hair loss, about what it's like to be bald, for me to keep making that many videos and have that many people watch them and have that many people subscribe. So that's what I think about this comment. And I thank you for this comment because it's important that we have a conversation about this. Now again, please note, I have reacted in a non-emotional, non-personal way. I'm not putting anyone down. I'm simply rebuttaling what was presented as facts. I feel that their opinion, I feel that I've proved this to be opinion by stating facts as my rebuttal. Now in closing, and I mean this in the nicest of ways because I want to be someone who helps other people, but I feel that this is important for me to say at the risk of sounding like a jerk, which I guess I'm always at the risk of sounding like a jerk, being that I have my own YouTube channel and being a confident person. What I want to say is this. I've said in the past that people who you keep in your social circle, the people who you listen to and are exposed to on a daily basis, that's your proximity. So it's about the proximity effect. It's about which people you are keeping close to you in your life. They're going to influence you. If they're negative people, you're going to become more a negative person. If they're positive and hopeful, you're going to become more positive and hopeful, which is in theory why I believe people subscribe to my channel. I give people hope. Not that their hair is going to grow back, but that they can process and deal with that. I think that's why people do latch on to what I'm doing here. But here's the thing, that truth can be twisted. I think that if you are exposed to someone who's positive and has a good heart and wants to help you, but yet you see that person through a lens of that person is actually not a good person, then even if what they say is good and helpful, everything they say becomes lies, or it becomes jaded and wrong and not true. That's how I will become to you. So in all sincerity, and I say this to the person who left the comment, I say this to everyone watching my videos, everyone subscribing, and I mean this. I'm not trying to be funny or be mean or anything like that. I sincerely mean this. I want you to process that right now. What kind of influence am I in your life as I talk about hair loss? Am I helping you? Am I positive? Am I a good thing? Or am I a bad thing? Am I ultimately, if you see me, do you see a hypocrite? Do you see someone who is a phony? Do you see someone who doesn't deserve the position to have a YouTube channel and have over 700 subscribers and talk about hair loss even though he doesn't have enough hair loss and has no idea? So everything he's saying, if I have no idea, that means basically I'm just making this all up is what that means. Okay? You have to process that for yourself, and I'm going to ask you to do that. The person who left this was very bold in what they said. And I think, and again, not being emotional, not being personal, but I think that with such a bold comment needs to be such a bold response. And I'm asking you to respond today. I want you to make a decision right now. I want you to make a decision to determine what you're going to do about me. I don't want you to keep watching my videos. I don't want you, if you're subscribing, I definitely want you to unsubscribe if I don't deserve this position. If I have no idea what it is to be bald, I beg you, sincerely, right now, stop watching my videos altogether. And you have to, what you're gonna have to do if you do that, you have to be real with me on this, because I'm being real with you now. If you're gonna stop watching my videos, then don't come back. Like, be serious about this. Don't watch another one of my videos. I don't want you sneaking in the back door and saying, oh, what's Nick up to? I just want to see. No. If I'm a bad influence, you need to get me out of your life. You need to stop watching my videos. Now, granted, I'm going to still keep making my videos for the other people, because to them, in their mind, they've processed that I'm a good thing. It's kind of like licorice. I'm like licorice. Nick Shell is like licorice. A lot of people don't like licorice. They hate licorice. Licorice is a bad thing. My wife loves licorice. So that proves why I'm licorice. Right? Okay. I don't want to be a bad thing for you. So I honestly want the best for you is what I want. And if I am making your life worse, if you can only see a hypocrite right now, then you need to walk away. You need to make that bold decision and walk away from my videos. Okay? So which side are you on? I'm asking you to make a decision. Am I helpful or am I not? Do you need to stop watching my videos or keep watching my videos? I'm not here to be divisive. That's the last thing I'm here to be. But another one of the major things I do on this channel is I'm here to psychologically encourage you. If you think I'm a hypocrite, if you think I'm undeserving of this title, you're always going to see me as a bad thing. And any goodness I have will be translated into toxicity in your life. It's very important to me that I'm not making your life worse, but instead that I make it better. Okay? Are we clear on that? I'm serious about this. I'm only here to help, not to make things worse. Okay? So, keep the comments coming. I'll keep checking. I'm here to help you. I'm never here to personally attack anyone, but when I look at these comments, I'm going to look at them as a fact, not an opinion. I'm going to rebuttal through fact, not opinion. And right now, I'm going to end this by saying I am qualified for this position, and I do have an idea what it's like to be bald. That's my rebuttal. I'm serious. Make a decision. Stay or leave. Decide whether I'm a villain or a hero. Okay. If you made the decision to walk away, this is the last video you're going to watch. Because if I'm bad for you, then you need to keep me out of your life. If I'm good for you, then I'll see you in about 5 minutes when I upload the next video.